Yusek Bernabe, palagay ko mahihirapan kayo na sabihin na hindi tama yung files eh. Alam mo ako, nakakuha rin ako from other sources. Tinignan ko lang eh. At tama naman siya. O bakit hindi man lang kayo
Yeah,
Hindi
Mr.
man
Chair,
lang kayo nabula. Hindi mo man lang tinignan kung tama o hindi.
hindi
So
na
that you
po,
can react.
Mr. Chair.
Why? Why?
Because yung files po na ito, yung context po, no, of course, we had no idea how it was created or authored.
Sa akin kasi ang interpretation ko na hindi kayo kumibo, tama talaga and the files is accurate.
Mr. Chair, that was the report. That was the report that the soft copies of the files in the computer were forcibly taken. However, upon the request of former Undersecretary Cabral and her staff, na wag na pong palakihin yung issue, that is why we just maintained reports and the footages, but wala na pong ginawang further action on it, Mr. Chair.
Have you reported this matter to the Secretary Vince Dizon, na there is such an incident, and why did Secretary Yusek Cabral decided not to pursue anymore about this matter?
The Secretary is well aware, Mr. Chair. In fact, he is the one who acceded to the request of former Yusek Cabral and her staff na wag na pong palakihin yung issue. As to why that is why the former Yusek would want that, we cannot answer anymore po. Siguro po ayaw na po niyang maging issue, Mr. Chair.
All right, let me direct my question to Congressman Levisa. Kong, is this true? I mean, what you're saying na Yusek Cabral said na parang forcibly taken ninyo, kinuha lang ninyo, hinablot lang ninyo itong soft copy na ito sa office ni Yusek Cabral. Is there truth to this?
Mr. Chair, I believe the lawyer of the family of Yusek Cabral said that Yusek Cabral never said that it was forcibly taken, even when this was discussed at the Ombudsman in early December. And it is based on others' testimonies that is so. But apart from the lack of any mention of it by Yusek Cabral, there is also the CCTV that was also showed by the DPWH.
Because there are two employees the office of Yusek Cabral stating that I believe I saw in some news reports claiming that you went to their office and forcibly took the files. So you're denying that, Congressman Levisa?
Because the authorization, I'm saying, sir, came from Secretary Vince.
Okay.
And Yusek Cabral was also present when I was obtaining the files.
Thank you. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Anyone else?
May I also...
Senator Marcoleta, would you like?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yusek Bernabe, yung authentication, kasi alam mo, sabi na naman ni PG Padulyon, forensic na naman. Bakit pa tayo magpo-forensic? Alam mo, merong rules on electronic evidence. Under Rule 4, sa PG Padulyon, yung best evidence rule, sinasabi rito, Section 1, original of an electronic document. An electronic document shall be regarded as an equivalent of an original document under the best evidence rule if it is a printout or output readable by sight or other means, shown to reflect the data accurately. Ganun lang kasimple, compare mo lang eh. This is the rules promulgated by the Supreme Court on July 17, 2001 under AM number 01-07-01 SC. Ganun lang kasimple yun eh. Pero yung sagot mo kanina, parang hindi na, huwag nang palakihin yung ano. It's unfair na, the inference is negative. Na parang bang si Congressman forcibly, wag naman ganun. Dapat meron kayong report talaga na walang ganun. Di ba?
Yeah,
He
Mr.
is
Chair,
a member of the House of Representatives. The insinuation that he forcibly took some data is not only be reflective on the image of the House of Representatives.
yeah, Mr. Chair, yun lang po yung nireport po sa amin. So we were just relaying po. That time po, I wasn't still with the DPWH, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, with your indulgence, we just received reports na naglabas na po ng arrest warrant sa Sandigan Bayan laban kina Engineer Bryce Hernandez and Engineer JP Mendoza. Now, Mr. Chair, I just want to put on record that once the arrest warrant is served to these individuals, what are we going to do? The Blue Ribbon Committee shall transfer the custody to Sandigan Bayan, or shall we wait for the hard copy of these warrants of arrest?
We need to wait for the official copy of the warrant of arrest. So I'm sure Sandigan Bayan will communicate with us. And when that time comes, then we will turn them over to the custody, legal custody of the Sandigan Bayan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes,
Oh, Mr. Chair, if I can just make a few quick points. First, I thank everyone for their questions on my involvement with the files. I would hope that we can also discuss the contents of it, but regarding my involvement, I would be glad to face any of those questions when they are brought to me. What is personally important to me is that the contents of the files can hopefully be made public. And considering that the DPWH is here, maybe there could be some kind of commitment on them authenticating and releasing it. And I would also like to note that to add to the authentication of it, I can also provide the committee, Mr. Chair, the list of the encoders, because there is a entered by on each. There's around 30 names here. And lastly po, there is a
paki-mark na lang.
column on
Secretariat.
handwritten notes and several names that have provided handwritten notes to Yusek Cabral on the projects, which might also be related to the documents in the supposed 6 boxes that were made available in the DPWH. And former Secretary Bonoan is also mentioned in many of these handwritten notes from Yusek Cabral, and because we have the privilege of having him here, it would be great to learn how that was done. And lastly, because of the Senate President's question a while ago on how many of these projects ended up actually having SAROS, I would...
Would you like the chairman to ask the question that you just mentioned?
Oh,
Kung paano ginawa?
Yes, Mr. Chair. If I could just make this last point on response to the Senate President's question. I also have here a list of the projects from the files that we checked against the GAA and the DPWH Transparency Portal, and close to 99% of them ended up in the GAA, and maybe over 95% of them have a contractor already awarded to them. And I could also provide this list po to the committee.
Kanina, na-mention ni Senate President, yung allocables, tama yun, listahan lang yan eh. Wala namang assurance yan na papasok sa GAA. Tama ba, Secretary Bonoan, di ba? These are, based on the formulation prepared by Yusek Cabral. May formula siya dyan eh. Kung ilan yung pupunta sa ganitong region or kung kaninong tao or kaninong grupo, di ba? But ako naman, ang take ko, well, it's just a mere listahan. Pero ang motive for getting involved in allocables is to get kickbacks or commissions. Once nando na sa GAA at ready na for implementation, ang tawag ko doon, attempted robbery. Or at least, very least, planned robbery. Kasi nasa isip mo na, kaya ka kukuha ng 1 billion halimbawang allocable kasi nagkukwenta ka na kung magkano yung commission mo. Pero without that, no, there's nothing wrong. With the list, per se. Depende sa motive. Di ba, Undersecretary Bernabe? Are you the son of the former justice? Oh, you should know. At saka, di ba, pwedeng i-analogous yan sa planned robbery, di ba? Nagpaplano ka na, dahil nagkukwenta ka na, oops, meron akong allocable na 1 billion. I'll pursue this to its logical conclusion, which is the GAA. Pag nandyan yung GAA, naka-allocate na sa'yo, nagkukwenta ka na ng 10%, 15%, 20%. Yun ang masama. Pero kung allocable mo is to address the needs of your constituents, especially mga district representatives, I cannot see anything wrong with that. No. Even senators, kasi may mga constituencies din ng mga senators in their respective areas of residence, for example. So, yun lang ang take ko. I do not agree and I do not also disagree with the Senate President along this line.
Well, the best thing at this point, Mr. Chairman, is that the Ombudsman has the computer and the contents of what really is inside that, no? And it can be compared to the list that Congressman De Vista had, Senator Lacson had, and what is in the portals of these departments. In other words, the executive department has a copy. It will be a welcome for the committee to have the files by Congressman De Vista submitted to the Blue Ribbon Committee, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Senator
Mr. Chair.
Marcoleta.
So, Yusek Bernabe, palagay ko mahihirapan kayo na sabihin na hindi tama yung files eh. Alam mo ako, nakakuha rin ako from other sources. Pareho rin eh. Kaya nung yung ating chairman nagsalita, nagkaroon siya ng press con. Sabi niya, at least there are 5 secretaries, cabinet secretaries, and USEC have been recipient of allocables, sabi niya, as shown by the Cabral files. Tiningnan ko talaga. Tama siya eh. So hindi naman kayo nag-react eh. Di ba?
Mr. Chair, with regard to the Cabral files po, no, dahil nga po ito yung galing sa computer and ito po ay, kumbaga, we do not know the context or we have no personal knowledge on how that file was created, authored, etc., Mr. Chair. Remember, Mr. Chair, the Secretary assumed this post September 1. And in September 4 po nangyari itong incident. He had impossible for him to know kung ano man ang laman ng computer na yon. That is why when it was reported that files were secured from the computer, the prudent thing to do was to secure the computer. Hindi po namin yan binuksan, hindi na po namin hinalongkat kung ano pa yung laman ng mga computer na yan, ano pa ba yung mga files na ginawa nila former Yusek Cabral. Kasi those were the 2025 budget and prior years, which is already ongoing po. So it was already immaterial from our point of view, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, alam mo, Yusek, hindi naman namin sinasabi na tingnan mo lahat yung mga files na ito as they came out, di ba? Pero nung marinig mo ang chairman ng Blue Ribbon Committee, at least 5 cabinet secretaries and a few USEC are recipients of allocables in the Cabral files. Hindi mo man lang tiningnan, at least yung point, yung part na yon. Ako tiningnan ko eh. It should have been more significant on your part kasi kayo nga yun eh. Ako nga ako, tiningnan ko lang eh. At tama naman siya. O bakit hindi man lang kayo
Yeah,
Mr.
Mr.
Hindi mo
Chair-
lang kayo nabula. Hindi mo lang tiningnan kung tama o hindi.
Hindi na
that you
po,
can react.
Mr. Chair.
Why? Why?
Because yung files po na ito, yung context po, no, of course, we had no idea how it was created or authored.
Sa akin kasi, ang interpretation ko na hindi kayo kumibo, tama talaga, and the files is accurate.
Hindi po, Mr. Chair. No? In fact, we did not even look at the computer anymore. Sinicure na po namin yan. The first time I saw some of the files ay on social media na po. Kapag doon pinost-post na po, doon na lang po namin nakita. Pero po yung actual file po sa computer, hindi na po namin tinignan, Mr.
So you
Chair.
didn't even dare to look into the files? Meron man kayong files kahit na sinurrender na ninyo sa ombudsman, di ba?
Wala na po, Mr. Chair. That
Ba-
computer was sealed off po after that incident.
Why didn't, you weren't even bothered by not being able to get a copy para lang sa inyo? Before na binigay nyo sa ombudsman?
Insofar as those files were concerned, Mr. Chair, these are unofficial files po. No? Ito pong mga, paano po ginawa yung document na yon, ano po yung mga nakalagay
Well, but
doon.
at the very least, we have expected from you, like investigating whether or not the files were modified or altered or deleted. Kasi malalagay doon sa computer kung the date where you modified it.
Yes, that is
Bago niya
why...
binigay doon, so makikita natin, even the files acquired by Congressman Leviste would suggest whether they were altered, deleted. Makikita nyo naman doon eh. That is a minimum requirement that you have done, sana. Para makita natin, even without forensics, alam mo na, totoong mga files. This is more important.
That is correct, Mr. Chair. Kaya lang po, we thought that ombudsman po yung best na mag-handle ng files together with the PNP ACG, Mr. Chair. I think baka po, kapag po kami yung maggalaw, baka po matamper namin at mapagbentangan pa kami na tinamper namin yung mga files, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr.